Lift your right hand. Say, I, Charlie Louis,
I, Jean Louis,
solemnly
solemnly
and sincerely
and sincerely
affirm
affirm
that the evidence
that the evidence
I shall give
I shall give
to this commission
to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The language, language that we use for communicating as a commission is English.
Yeah, I've noticed it a bit, but what I was referring to, like most of the people, I can speak a bit of Creole also for the people outside also to understand.
Okay.
I can, in some terms, I can use English for you to maybe understand, but I would prefer mostly to speak Creole for the outside people to mostly understand the terms.
Although we should clarify that you are speaking to us.
Yeah, but the people outside also is listening, so
yes,
I will appreciate. Yeah, you will understand because we have an interpreter and everything.
Let me finish on that one. Say, I just wanted to clarify that yes, the public have an interest in the proceedings, and we have a duty to be open, transparent in the way we do our work. So that's why we are holding these hearings in public. But we would like you to focus more on answering our questions.
No problem.
Yes.
No problem.
So we will allow you to use Creole. So when you use Creole, please allow some space for translation and interpretation. Can we still ask you questions in English? You answer
can ask me in English.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
No problem. I understand.
That's fine. So let me just quickly flag some procedural rules, and then we commence with the testimony.
No problem.
Later. The first one is we remind you to tell the truth, just as you have committed through your oath that you are going to tell the truth. It is a criminal offense to deliberately lie or mislead the commission. So please just confine yourself to what you yes. Then please answer all the questions asked to the best of your knowledge. We ask you to conduct yourself with dignity and respect. We are going to be respectful towards you as we respect all the witnesses that come before us. We are also going to ask you to be respectful to the individuals that you may name or identify during your testimony. Regardless of how you feel towards them.
I know. I'm in a calm state, so it's a calm inquiry. Yeah.
That is fine.
No problem.
Yes, that is fine. And just a reminder for everyone in the room not to interrupt proceedings. So the way we are going to ask you questions is that we are going to take turns. We will start with Commissioner Vic Tirant on my left, and myself and Commissioner Vidot will ask you follow-up questions as we proceed. Yeah. So I hand you over to Honorable Commissioner Tirant.
Thank you. Charlie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
What I would like you to tell the Commission, on the day of the 5th and the 6th of December 2024, there was an incident which took place at Montagne Posée prison.
Yes.
Now, I would like you to explain to the Commission what really happened, where were you, what did you see, and what part did you play, if any, in this incident?
Okay, so beginning of the 5th of December, it was about 4 in the afternoon, yeah, about this time. I was upstairs on the first floor, not the ground floor, the first floor in my section. Like the prison was, where I was, for me it was quiet and everything. But in around about 4:30 something, I heard the cracks, I heard the loud noises outside and everything. I just thought it was like a usual thing, you know, some people fighting outside or something. So looking out, I started seeing like smoke, fire and everything, and people running around. There was a commotion, like looking down on the ground floor from where I was in my section. So in about 20 minutes later, like you could see the whole, where my section is, you could see the whole floor, it was flooded with smoke. There was all black smoke everywhere. So everybody started evacuating. I didn't know if they were even evacuating from downstairs. So we couldn't see anything, couldn't breathe, couldn't do nothing. So the first instinct that came, like, go on the upper floor. Like the upper floor, you can breathe, you can have some air, fresh air going through, because the way the prison is, there's no ventilation, there's nothing inside. Okay, that took about like 20 minutes getting out, and you couldn't see. We were putting our t-shirts in our face and everything. And reaching upstairs, okay, like we could hear people still talking from down the stairs and everything. But we didn't know, I didn't see any of the commotion that was going on downstairs. So okay, I stayed up on the top floor. You know, in this situation, sometimes you need to seek a place to be safe. There's a fire in the prison. There's no fire exit. You don't see anywhere. There's only one entrance, one exit in this prison. So the fire was coming from the entrance. As I was looking from my section at first, the fire was coming from the entrance. So as we were upstairs, time kept going on. In about 6:30 something, we started, everybody around was saying, there's the army outside. The army was here. There's a fire in prison. The army was here. It should have been the fire brigade or whatsoever. So what's happening now? Okay, we stood, everybody stood up. What we started hearing, the army was coming to kill people inside, to beat people inside, to kill people inside. So obviously everybody seeked a place, seeked a cell from a friend, from someone to hide in. So as we were hiding, time is still going by then. It was 6:30. By 6:45 something, what we heard, what I heard downstairs was like somebody was talking like in a porte-voix.
Megaphone.
In a megaphone. So what they said, we give you 5 minutes to evacuate. But the moment we wanted to get out, the whole place was blocked with fire. It was blocked with smoke. Like, okay, maybe they probably coming to take us out. We don't know. But what I've heard earlier, you were coming to beat us up and kill people inside. So there's a mix emotion, mixed feelings going on now. Okay, as we the inmates were stuck upstairs. What happened in the next 15 minutes, it was going on 7:15 something. I started hearing gunshot from downstairs. I know what a gunshot is. I started hearing gunshots, and there was things blowing up. So the fire by then had gone out. You wouldn't see the smoke. Coming from downstairs, but you would hear blowing up like shotguns, firing. I don't know at who. So by 7:15, I didn't see any resisting, but the place was blocked. I think people were trying to stay away from those guys for some reason or another. So at around 7:15, the army, the PSSW, they were trying to get in. We still heard the shotguns. We still heard blasting and everything. I think it was grenade. They were launching grenades everywhere. They were still shooting, but I don't know at who, because I was upstairs. Couldn't understand what was going on. So after that, time still passed by, but there's gunshot. So you're seeking for safety, and seeking for safety, we thought they were coming to help. It wasn't the case. So after an hour maybe, I thought they already got up the stairs. But the stairs, when we realized inmates were talking amongst each other, we are amongst inmates, they said the stairs is blocked. The stairs is blocked, they could not get in. Okay, they went back out. They went out, I don't know for what, going to do what whatsoever they said. But when they went back out, some inmates were looking from the inside, they were looking outside. They say they went to refill their ammunition. But what are they coming to do? They're coming to kill us. Okay. It was about, time still passing, it was about 8 to 9 o'clock at night we're talking. They are still coming in, could not get in. The place was blocked with some benches, plywood, some debris, like the inmates blocked the place. This is, I think it came out of fear, because the army is coming in with guns, and as inmates we don't have weapons, we don't have guns inside, so how are we going to defend ourselves? So the place was blocked. So they resist, they try to get in. At one point, they arrive on the top floor. In about 10:30 something, they arrive on the second floor of the prison, where we were, or where all the inmates went. The one seeking for hiding, the one hiding from smoke earlier, the one that could not get out and everything. So as they came on the second floor, it was around 10:30 going to 11. So now we are hearing gunshot from where we are. Me, I'm at the end of the prison, like the second floor. I'm at the end of the section down there, and from where they are coming from the stairs, you can hear gunshot coming our way. Like you can hear bullets splashing in the walls, in the ceiling, everywhere. You can hear bullets splashing. So while we were there, now it's time to like really, we were hiding. We were keeping ourselves safe. But now the guns is coming towards us. So there's a lot of us. We are not resisting guns. We cannot resist guns. We don't have guns to fight back. So guns is coming our way. Now I can hear the grenades. Now I know it's grenade being thrown at us from the end of the stairs. They will be throwing grenades inside. So from the end, starting from the stairs, we started hearing people get beaten. This is like me. This is what I heard. I started hearing people get beaten up, shouting out loud. Like I can use a Creole term. Like ayoyo il fait mal, zot pe touinou, zot pe.
It's painful. They are killing us.
Like you can hear like 20, 30, 50 people shouting at the same time, all of a sudden. So there's another batch of people, they coming. Where they are coming towards us, the place was a bit blocked. So it took them another like 15 minutes to get to where we were. So now they're getting closer, and we are seeking more hiding place. We are hiding because the way the cells are, there's only four sections on the right side, 4 sections on the left side, and there's a whole lot, like 50, 60 inmates trying to fit in those small cells, 8 cells, trying to fit everybody inside. And when they finished reaching that small block of plywood and benches, it didn't took them long, like I said, like 15 minutes. They started coming in with guns at us. They entered those small sections, they started firing at us directly. So for me at that point, there was light in the room. We saw as they were entering, they started beating people from where they were entering. From where they came to the stairs, that's about a 60 meters long hallway and sections all around. They started beating everybody from down there to where we are. So me where I am, I'm in frigate section. We are all hiding in frigate section, the right side and the left side. So they start getting inside. Me, what I see at first, I start seeing shotguns directly at our faces. They put shotgun directly at our faces, saying, "Today, we're going to kill you. You look for it, we're gonna finish it here today." They starting beating people from in front of the door, like there's a small bathroom. They starting taking people out from the bathroom. They started taking people out from the shower, hiding, putting those people on the floor. Like there was about, on the right section where I was, there was about 8 of them, 9 of them who came in, armed with guns, with shotguns, firing directly at people. And those who they were not able to shoot, they took them, they dragged them, they put them down, started like stomping on their heads, stomping on their body, like it was just fun for them. Okay, for us hiding in the cells, they came to the cells, like like there's 10, 12 people piled in a cell. They start shooting at us directly in the cell.
Just an interjection there. When you are saying they started firing or shooting at the inmates directly, we just want you to clarify the nature of the bullets that are being used here.
When they first came in, what I saw from inside, I'm talking about inside the section now.
Yes.
Inside the section, I know there's shotguns with them. Those ones, there's shotguns and there's pistol with those ones. I'm talking about the PSSW guys now.
Okay.
And after that, I'm gonna know that the army is standing outside in the corridor, all of them. So they send in the PSSW guys, about 8, 9 of them. We are in the cell. They start shooting directly at us with shotguns. Like, "Get out, we're gonna kill you. You wanted to die, we're gonna kill you today." Like shouting all over. So what I could see all my friends, all the inmates being thrown out, being beaten, being shot at directly. Me, on my behalf, when they called me out, like there was this big guy from PSSW. His name has come up recently, Marius Jean. It's a big guy, I think, from PSSW. His name has come up. So this guy, when I'm coming out of the cell, he makes me kneel down. Kneel down, put your hands up. I already surrendered. My hands was already up. Okay, I kneel down. This guy, he pointed the shotgun right in my face. Like, "I'm gonna shoot you in your head." I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy doesn't know. "I'm gonna shoot you in your head." He put the shotgun in my face, then he just put the shotgun back on his shoulder. He take out the pistol, shot me here. My hands was here like this. He took the pistol with the rubber bullet. He shot me in the arm. Then he took again the shotgun when I fell down because of the impact. When I fell down, he put the gun on my knees. The shotgun, now he took back the shotgun, put it on my knees to try and break my knees with it. Then the way he was pointing the gun about 30, 45 centimeters. But the rubber bullet did not go through my knees, but it scraped on my bones. So that was the injury from that rubber bullet. Okay, they say when I was there on the floor, now I could see because they lie my face down. They put me facing down with a handcuff behind my back. Now I could see the people being beaten around me. This is where I saw a couple of them, about 5 of them, including this guy also. He came from me. He went there to Enista, the old guy who died. Now I saw them. I saw him going straight because there was light. There was still light in that room that day. I could see there was water. There was debris. I saw him going to them because he told them to give him a handcuff while I was down. He told me to stay down. He took out the shotgun, stopped pointing at me when I was down, finished shooting me. He went there to get a handcuff. Now I could see them beating the old guy now, and I could not say anything, but I saw all the ways, like they put him in a tie rack behind his back. There were 5 of them stomping on him, on his ribs, on his head, on his arm, with the hash button and everything, with the bayonet. They were beating him with the gun butts in his head, in his back, everywhere. They were stomping on his ribs.
Sorry, are you talking about?
Yeah, this is what I saw.
Mr.
Enesta.
Mr. Enesta, yeah?
Yes, the guy who was killed. Yeah. So after that,
Did you notice who those people were? Those guys that were beating Mr. Enesta?
I know specifically this guy, Mariezan. I saw him because I heard his name and I asked around some people. They told me, yeah, the description, it's him. And
was he beating Mr. Enesta?
He was amongst the people beating this guy also. There were about 5 of them, and he was amongst the people beating this guy. Like he came from me, finishing with me. The guy was already being beaten, and you should have seen there was light in the room. You should have seen like this is an old man, and you went to those guys. There were already 5 of them, and you became the 6th beating that guy. Okay, like it didn't take long, about 2-3 minutes beating this guy, stomping on him, also stomping on his legs, because I could see from where I was, where my head was facing.
Was anybody trying to help Mr. Enesta?
Nobody could help him. No inmates could help him because the way they took over, like you could not even say anything. They were like doing drills with us. Stand up. Who told you to stand up? Go down. Stand up again. If you were standing up, they would hit you with something, you know. Okay, they finished with Mr. Enesta. I didn't see what happened next because he came back. He dragged me outside the section now. Now we're going into the corridor now. Now I'm going to see the whole line of the army in the red cap standing outside because you could still see from the section light, you could still see a part of the corridor. Not all the part because there was a part that was a bit dark. But from the side where we were, there was light so we could see around us. There was the dog unit. There was the PSSW themselves. There was the army, like I said, themselves. I noticed their uniform, but I cannot say which from where they were dispatched.
Were they carrying berets?
It was the red ones.
Red
like I told, yeah. So from inside, finished being beaten, what I saw in front of me, they were piling people. Being beaten along the way when they put you in the corridor. They were beating people, piling people, like a whole 50, 60 people piling on each other. Just like dump. We're like dump now. So they surround us, about 30, 40 of them, they surround us. They started stomping on inmates now. We were down on the ground, beaten in handcuffs. They started stomping now. They up on us dancing, stomping from here to there, from there to here, stomping on people's head, stomping on your hand. People will be crying like, somebody will say like, I'm not feeling my arm anymore, I'm feeling my legs. This is where they would get in and beat you more. Okay, they finished the first pile. Now they finished with that one. You just move from here to another 10 meters in front. It's the same thing again, repeated over. Me, I was amongst the five last people to be removed from the first pile, where they were beating people at first. So moving from there, and there was like three officers who saw me the way I was being beaten, who saw me like prison officers. Prison officers. They saw me. They tried to help me.
Who were they?
There was Sergeant Zolike. There was a Tango 2. I don't know his name. Tango 2, and there was Alicana. This guy tried to put me behind them, because me, I'm a guy who respects officers. So seeing a person in that situation, knowing that that person doesn't have anything to do with that situation, officers in that case, some inmates were helped also around. Some inmates were helped, but seeing a person in that situation, they tried to help me. So as they tried to help me, there was an army guy, like he came straight at me, taking me out there behind those people, pointing an AK-47. This is when I noticed there is like real life bullet guns now with them. This guy points an AK-47 under my jaw, pulling me from down to halfway through the ceiling. Like I was standing on my tiptoe, like literally thinking, okay, if the triggers goes off, what's gonna happen now? Am I gonna die tonight? Like you're saying this thing is happening so fast around you. Like he's pointing, saying things like, can I say the term in Creole?
Just 1 minute for them to mute. If it is going to be, is it going to be vulgar?
Yeah, there's gonna be a small vulgar.
Okay, you may go ahead.
So, je dis mon nom, où vous en allez où? Dans quel moment on parle de fouet pas de bandit, tel chose au moment, pour mort ou dit pas nous bandit alors. So this is where I realized, I say, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you still want to hear what is the...
You say, but you can't say the swear word. But I can tell you. It's just...
Okay.
Yeah, so that is when I realized that, okay, this guy is probably gonna kill me, I'm gonna lose my life tonight. Okay, from there, now they're pulling me again, I'm going to the second pile now. Because when he was pulling me up, the way my face turned, I could see the second pile being beaten now. The second pile of people being stomped on again, because there was the first group, like I say, almost 40 of them. And there's a second line in the corridor in the darkness also. These ones, you don't see them. When you finish here, they stood you up, they throw you again about 10 meters in front, and the other group now enjoyed the same thing again. Like crawl, stand up, you try to stand up like I said, they stomp you down again, they hit you with bats, they will hitting you with hash baton on the way to the second pile to get beaten again. So when you get to the second pile, now you literally know that people was like paralyzing, cannot say anything, people were just crying, blood all over everybody, blood was dripping, even if you had no cuts, no nothing, there was blood all over your body. Literally from the pile, people from up on the floor to the upper pile, people were dripping blood all over each other. It was like a blood massacre that day. This is what they wanted, I think. And seeing that from that on, we tried talking like, what are you guys doing? You trying to kill us? Like we can see everything you're doing. This is when the tear gas comes in. So when this happens, the tear gas is not sprayed anymore. The gas is open, bottles started being open now. They just pour it in your head, pour it in your face. So you want to see things, this is how they're saying. You want to see things? You're gonna see a lot more today. We're gonna finish with you all. Like we were thinking, okay, we're handcuffed. We're already injured. We cannot feel our legs. We cannot feel our arms. We cannot feel our head. So what's gonna happen next? Okay. From then on, people were starting like, they jumped to the African section, to the foreigner section. Sorry for the language. They jumped to the foreigner section next door. They jumped to the other section next door. They start doing the same thing to those people also now. Taking them out, making the pile bigger now. So now they all gonna join forces, building a bigger pile of people. We're talking about human beings on the floor, in the dirty water, blood water, with all these microbes and everything around, with tear gas, with debris and everything. You're down on the floor, being stomped on, being beaten. So this is when they finish putting everybody. So now it's not about 50 people anymore. We're talking about 80 people now. So they'll be all coming together, enjoying doing the same thing again now. They come from a distance, jumping on you. They come from across the floor, jumping to the other side, jumping to the other side. So we were just like a dirty mattress for them that day. They started shooting straight at people. Like, you want to talk you? They shoot you. I literally saw it happening. In the pile of people that was on the floor, you want to talk you? They shoot you. You want to talk you? They shoot you. Throwing grenades amongst the pile of people that was on the floor now.
Do you know some of these inmates that were shot at?
They've been here, these inmates, but a lot of them has been released. They were on remand. They have been released. So
You don't know their names?
but their names specifically, no, I don't really remember.
Okay.
But I could, that day we were all like the foreigners. You could see them being shot at, thrown outside, shot at. Like, what are we doing? We don't do anything. We're foreigners. You should understand. Like, you're foreigners, they blow you up. Like, they shoot you wherever they can, wherever the gun is pointed, in your head, in your chest, in your legs, they shoot you. This is how they were doing. This is how they were operating that night. So, finishing from there, that was about I couldn't keep count, but it was about 15 minutes experience from the first pile to the second pile.
Yeah, so just a moment, because I had a follow-up question on that, just to understand that piece. How many piles were the inmates?
From inside the section, there was the first one outside.
Uh-huh.
The first group of them, about 30, 40 of them, they were stomping on us. Then from the first pile, this is when I told you, like, this guy pointed, like, they were removing people now, still being beaten, but creating another pile like 10 meters in front, 10 meters further.
Is it
with the same people that is in the
same
first pile?
people?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
with the same people that was from the first pile. Now they're creating a second pile, just 10 meters further. So this is where you're still being beaten on the way to being thrown to the second pile. You're still being beaten from the first pile also. This is where they're gonna take out the foreigners and the inmates from other section to throw in with us now again.
So this is happening on which date?
On the 5th now. We're
On
talking
the 5th of
yeah.
December. Roughly around what time?
This is going on between, now it was around 11 when they were able to penetrate the blockage.
11
around 11
PM.
to, 11 p.m. to about, it's going to 1 now, to 1 p.m. in the morning. It's still happening, yeah.
From 11,
From 11 to 1 p.m. This
so
was still
11
happening.
p.m. on 5 December
Yeah.
to 1 p.m.
They were still
1
beating
a.m.
us on the
1
second
a.m.
floor. Yeah, 1 a.m. Yeah, 1 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
They were still beating us for those hours going on because they needed to go in foreigner section, shoot inside. Inside, I did not see how they were shooting.
If I may ask, in the foreigners section, when you see that they entered the foreigners section, was there any Seychellois prison officer that was there to enter the
From me,
foreigners section?
where I was, I did not see inside the foreigner section because we were still being beaten in the corridor now. So from moving to the first pile to the second pile, this is where I saw they were going inside the foreigner section.
Oh.
But after, the foreigner will say, like, there is this guy specifically, Tony Joe. He
Did you
came
see
in
him?
with,
Did you
I
see
did not see him. Personally, I did not see him go in. I did not see him getting out. But this is what they are saying. So yeah, I'll go back to my part. So being beaten now, I just saw like the foreigners being thrown out. where I was on the ground and seeing people falling on me, like I could see now, okay, now they're throwing foreigners on us now. So they were seeing being beaten, blood would still be dripping, like I say, and this guy would just be shouting like, "You didn't do anything, why are you beating us? And you didn't do anything." Like I said, they will shoot you. So from there, when they finish piling everybody, stomping, now the whole team, the whole corridor with the 40 plus before beating us, now they are all joining together, stomping on everybody now.
How many of them are there now?
There's about 60, 70 plus now. Because from the first pile, there was these ones that came from those two sections, and there was this one standing beside those sections. There was a lot of them. There was about like 30 to 40 of them. And joining force afterwards, like I said, there was a lot of them standing in the corridor. In the dark, you could not see them. But the way they were standing, you could count heads. Like you could see their berets, you could see their uniform. I think there was training too also from police academy, something, because I saw the blue and red uniform also, blue and red t-shirts. So they were just standing in the corridor, and they had flashlight. Obviously with flashlight going by, you could see them. So after that, they finish. Now I say, you're seeing too much things. Now they take out the tear gas now. Now they tear gas in our eyes and everything. So now we go blind. Now we're gonna be beaten blind now. Everybody's gonna be being beaten blindly. So from then on, you could not see. I could not see anything. I just saw the last part that I saw the foreigners and everybody being stomped on, and this is when everybody was talking like, you got some courage to speak to them now. But by speaking to them in that kind of pain, now everybody, they tear gassed everybody in their eyes. They did not spray. They literally opened those canisters and pour it in our head, pour it in our eyes. For them, I don't know if it was more effective or what. But from then on, I only heard them saying, like, crawl. We were in like a pool of water, debris, water, woods, everything. So from where we were to the staircase, they told us to crawl, like swim. They want you to swim on the floor now, with all this blood, with this pool of water, full of blood, full of, I don't know what kind of microbe there could be in there. They want us to like, okay, crawl. But you cannot crawl with your arm behind, everybody with their arms behind, crawling on the floor. How would you do that with your stomach? You're supposed to crawl with your chest or something, but it's not possible. So when they tell you that, and you're not able to do that, to wake up or to crawl, you get beaten again. Now from the pile now, to crawl to the staircase, you get beaten again. From the second pile now, to crawl to the staircase, you cannot crawl on your chest, you get beaten again. So it's, like I said, they were doing a drill with us in some ways. So from then on, like people managed to like turn on the side, managed to stand up. So they knew that we were gonna stand up at some point. They knew we were gonna stand up at some point, and what they did, they just lined themselves on both sides of the corridor, like with the bayonet, hash baton, woods, metal bars, everything they had, with hose. They just stand along the side now, waiting for you to stand. It's like you're in a war zone right now. So either you defend yourself, or either you just get killed, or you just try to run for your life. So as we were standing up, not seeing anything, trying to visualize where we're going, like even trying to clean our faces with this kind of dirty water, with this blood water, you do not notice at this point because it's tear gas. Tear gas is burning your face. Like they did not pour it in your eyes directly. They pour it on our head. They pour it in our face, in our eyes. So anything that is wet now will help with the tear gas. So even the dirty water we were trying to clean our faces with.
So we just want to understand the tear gas. So they sprayed the tear gas on your faces.
They did not spray it at this point.
Okay.
They opened the canister, they pour it on our head and in our faces.
So they opened.
Like they will stomp on you, they will stomp on your ribs, and the moment you stomp, they stomp on your ribs, you will automatically, your body turns. When your body turns, automatically your face is open to them. So when they open the canister, they just pour it in your face like this. So now you manage how to get out of here, how to run, how to crawl on your belly and on your chest just to get to the staircase. And they will like line themselves in the two corridors, like with the gas. It doesn't blind you, but you can see like blurry vision from afar. You can see blurry vision, but you can see all those colored uniforms, like they are with torch, they are with lights. So you can see them like putting the light on us for them to be able to beat us at this point again. From the second pile now, crawling to the staircase. So as we went through the staircase, in any means and ways that we could, like you needed to stand up, but your hand is behind, we were just running for our lives. So as we were running for our lives, they would be beating us with bars, with hash batons, with the bayonets, with gun bats, with hose, just standing on the both side of the corridor now. So as I was able to manage, but along the way, definitely you will get a lot of beating, like from the first pile to the second to the staircase. As we went down, now I saw all the casualties that they had committed. They put us on the ground floor now. All throughout the staircase, they were standing, like hitting us with boots in our back, in our buttocks, wherever they could get you, they were beating us. So they put us on the ground floor now. It's about almost 2 now in the morning. I'm talking about almost 2. When we entered those sections, like they piled everybody from the top floor to two small sections on the ground floor. So all the injured, all the ones that had cuts, bullet holes, everybody, they just piled them in one small section. And people were asking from them to help, and they were just like, I don't know what they got, like a kettle of boiled water. They just like came in front of the bars, like, now you want help? They would just throw the hot water inside on you. So everybody would just evacuate the front premises of the section. Like they did not want to heap anything. At one point, we started coming like there was inmates in blood on the floor, inmates who had passed out, inmates with bruises open like half their heads. Like we would come to the prison officers, like we were asking them to help those people. At one point they came in front of the section, like they pointed gun again at us. Like, what do you think you're trying to do? Where do you think you're going? Now you want help? Now you will all die. This is how they refer to us in there. Everybody was suffering in their own way, crying out loud, asking for help, but nobody wanted to listen that night. But some matters after they left, some matters were taken up, some people were brought to hospital, those who were able to be brought to hospital. Okay, finishing with them now, like this section is piled up, okay, everybody is trying to get around. Now the handcuff's gonna be taken off now. Wherever you've been, I was cut by handcuff on my hands. Anyway, I still have it on my medical report and everything. So now we're trying to get our means and ways around now, trying to figure out what next, what's happening, what is gonna happen next, you know? So I think around 3 in the morning they left. At 3 a.m. they left. Now some prison officers, some inmates that were severely bruised, now they're starting to get some help. Not everyone. There was a lot of people who were severely bruised. They did not get that much help that morning. Specifically that morning, that around 3 to 4, they did not get that help. So now we're figuring out, okay, we're going to this section, we cannot go up. Up there's a mess. It's all water, everything is ruined. We cannot go to sleep. I cannot even go to my section because they locked us. In those sections that they put us on the ground floor, they locked us inside with padlocks and chains. So we could not move, we could not go anywhere. Okay, now we got the morning to like relax a bit, to like perspirate a bit. So early next morning, it's like there was too much adrenaline going on. We couldn't get a proper sleep, I cannot say, but you try to relax yourself. This is still a trauma going on. You cannot go and sleep and say everything is over, because you don't know what's next. You don't know where to start again. You literally just now lost everything. With a lot of bruises, you don't know. Your body is still numb. You're not feeling any pain right now. You were beaten all over your body, storm in your ribs, storm in your head, being beaten in your head. Your body is still numb for like hours, I'm telling you, because of all this kind of beating. So the next morning, like, we sat amongst each other, us inmates. We start talking. Whoever could help each other, they help each other. Whoever had a little bottle of water where we were, they tried to help with a little bottle of water. There was no food. We didn't get any food. Like, we did not even get any food from the day before. Like, nobody was able to go and eat anything. So we took the beating, empty stomach, like, to the next morning, and we had no access with food or whatsoever. Okay, we like helped amongst each other however we could. The next morning, like, you could see some inmates were from other units were going around. Some officers were going around trying to ask, do you need any help? Me, I was trying to ask to go to the hospital, because now it's morning time now. It's 6. It's about 8:30 something. I'm starting to feel very, very severe pain now. I'm asking to go to the hospital, and I'm still being refused to go to the hospital, to be brought to the hospital. So still, inmates were still trying to like help in a way. We try to relax each other. So after about an hour or so, like, we could hear from the ground floor to the front gate, we could hear some inmates calling out, like, they are back. On the 6th now we're talking, They are back. So we could hear them now, like they were hitting the gates. We heard hitting with hash pattern on the gates where they were coming. Yeah, they were even singing. Like, you thought we were gone? You thought we had forgotten all of you? Now we are coming for the second baptism now. This is the way they were speaking from in front of the gate. This is the way they were speaking. But where I was, I couldn't see which one, if it was the army, if it was the PSSW, if it was whatsoever. But when they arrived inside, I could see that, okay, now things is more serious. I could see more soldiers now, more army camouflage suits now, more red berets soldiers standing, talking, looking at us inside now. Okay, now things gonna be more serious, or what's gonna happen? We already been beaten. We already locked inside. What more is gonna happen now? Okay, like, they went upstairs. We heard cries upstairs. I wasn't upstairs, so I couldn't say what happened upstairs. We heard cries. We heard shouts. We heard gunshot. We heard grenades. Like I say, man, again, another morning, again, the same thing. We're gonna go to the same trauma and not even being brought at the hospital. There was a lot of injuries around. Those people didn't even get the time to bring us at the hospital. Like, now I say, okay, now they really want to kill us. They really came to kill us now. Okay, from when they finished upstairs, about 1 hour later, now they came down to the ground floor now. This is when they start entering sections one by one. One by one, like, they stormed the whole section. It was like about 40 of them. Now it was only the army now. Now I knew that, okay, now it's the army in control. It's not the prison anymore in control. The prison has no control over anything. Because the way they came in, there was TV on the wall, they shot the TV. Like, you want to look at the news? Bang. You want to do this? Bang. They started shooting again. So everybody like stood in a corner. Okay, they started like saying, giving orders. Like, you, we want this whole place clean. You start taking out these things. You start taking out these things. Like, this is not our place. We were here because of a stumbling last night. We were put inside those cells. Like, there's inmates who those things belongs to them. I cannot just take their stuff and throw out. If you're responding like that, you will be beaten. Like, they want you to clean the cell, throw everything out, including mattress, plywood, articles, clothes, everything was thrown out. Everything. Literally everything. You have your boxers, your only boxers to wear. They will tell you, you don't need that. The prison provides you. Like, the prison provides you with uniforms and clothes. You don't need that. Throw everything. I don't want to see anything. We say, officer, our food. What your food? They will hit that food with their legs, with their feet. Your plastic of fruits, they will hit it with their feet. They will say, now you want to eat it now? I told you to throw it out. They will tell you, like, you refuse. They will, like for one time when they finished taking everything out of the cells, like they dropped 2 goni bags on me. They told me to like pick up those rubbish down there in the middle. I refused. So by refusing them, I got another beating. Like one of them stomped me in the corner. Like I got a beating from like 5 of them now. So one officer came by and said, okay, now it's okay, stop. You can stop beating him now. Okay, they stopped. I wasn't responding at all. I did not even talk. I just let them do whatever they wanted. But when he dropped the 2 goni bags on,
You could identify these officers who were beating you up?
I can identify, I don't know their name, but I can identify them.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember their face very well. To this day, I remember their faces very well. And there was also female officers amongst them also. About 5 of them stomped me in the corner. They say, you're not going to pick this up? I did not give them an answer. Like, pick the goni bag up. I refused. Like, it's in your nature. I didn't put this there. You're not gonna force me to pick this up. Sorry, but I did not answer to them. I did not tell them anything at this point. I just stood there, took my beating, and the guy came from a cell. An officer came from the cell. He said, "Okay, stop now. It's okay. Stop beating him." As they were putting all the things outside, throwing the clothes outside, everything outside. Now they say, all the mattresses, plywoods, everything. Now they say, all of you, get out. Get out of the section now. There is like this small area. On every floor there's this small area when you can do your prayers, you can go and sit and whatsoever. They put us all piling there now. About 35 of us something. They say, get out. Okay, we get out like, okay, everything's gonna be okay now. We don't know what's gonna happen next. They just started to like, okay, the next thing that's gonna happen, this is the army, this is the soldiers talking now. The next thing that's gonna happen now, you're gonna take off, all of you, you're gonna take off all your clothes on you. You're gonna put a line, take off all your clothes. So we were like, man, there's loads of female officers, male officers themselves. This is like taking out our dignity now. This is like humiliating us in front of those people. Like the way they were doing it, they were like joking, laughing. We're gonna see who's the boss today. We're gonna see who do you think you are today. I said, all of you take off your clothes, put a line. So we're like, everybody, they were pointing guns at us to force us to do this at this point. Everybody just removed their clothes. We were all standing naked in a line at this point. So one by one, they will make you go. Like there's nothing, there's only a clothes on us. One by one, go in front of them. Like there was a whole bunch of them, like 10, 15 of them standing on the left side. And there was about 5 of them. There was an officer also, a prison officer also with them, helping them to, but you can see the way the prison officer was outside. They did not come inside the section. The prison officer, they called him out to come and help them to do their dirty work. At some point you can see that this guy doesn't want, you can see on his face, like inmates knows this officer.
Who was he?
His signature, I remember his signature, DLC. DLC. I remember. But at this point, you can see that this guy, he doesn't want to do this. He knows he has compassion for inmates. He doesn't want to like humiliate us in front of those people. It's the army themselves. that is putting pressure on him to do that at this point.
Was there any female officers, female prison officers as well that were there present at that time?
I saw female officers there, but I don't really remember their name. But there was female officers. There was with the army themselves. There was female officers also. There was a whole lot of them. They were all mixed together. But we were the main center of attraction at this point. You're in a line, you're naked. They're making fun of you as you go through. Like 5 of them standing there. Like I said, they call out to this prison officer, this guy, like search them. How would you search a naked body? To make somebody squat and putting a hash button like in alongside your buttocks cheeks, like spreading your legs, hitting your nuts, like checking what are you searching on a naked body. This is malicious intentions, you know. So as you stand up, everybody's looking at you at this point. As you stand up, they say go inside with your hands behind your head. Go inside with your hands behind your head. As you're going through inside, they will beat you up, slap you, like hit you with boots wherever they want in your back and everything. So this was just fun. They were having fun. You literally see, because I was a bit at the back of the line, but all the inmates that was in front of me, I saw what they were going through. Like 10, 12 inmates in front of me, I saw what they went through. I saw the moment they start beating one guy, when he was going inside, like, okay, maybe the second, but they beat everybody. And they were laughing about it. As you go inside, they were laughing about it. So when you go inside, you go to this cell. This is an empty cell now we're talking about. Empty cell, no plywood, no mattress, no nothing, just a metal bed now. Nothing. As you go inside, they put you 2 by 2 inside. They throw in your clothes with you. Right. This clothes that they took with you, your hands is behind your head. They put it in your hand. They throw you inside. Go inside. Put your clothes. Go inside. Put your clothes on. With a beating, with slapping behind your back. You know. At this point, you're not even able to respond to them. You cannot tell them anything at this point. So after that, this is what happened. Like they locked our section, and finishing with us, empty cell, empty section, nothing, no water, no mattress, no plywood. They just left us like this, locked. Now you find your way to sleep, find whatever you want to eat. We don't owe you food, we don't owe you water, we don't owe you nothing. This is how you're supposed to live.
So when did because you're describing a stage where the inmates are being ordered to strip and
You were literally being stripped.
yeah. And they're being searched. And I
Like
understand.
you're already naked.
You're
You already
naked.
told us to take off your clothes.
Yeah. This process, when did it start and when did it end, roughly? If you can recall.
It started in the morning, like I say, when they came from upstairs. Finishing. I didn't see what they were doing upstairs, but I knew they were boiling people up.
Round about what time?
That was about 9 to 10 in the morning, going to about 9 to 11 o'clock. This was happening.
And it went on until what time?
All night it started from 4 to almost 2:30 to 2:30 a.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. And they came back on the 6th. They started it again around 9 o'clock until around 12 in the afternoon.
So 9 a.m. to 12 noon.
12 noon again.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, when they left us there, they say, we don't owe you anything. No water, no food, no nothing. This is how you're supposed to live from now on. This is the way you're gonna live. So, in a prison, no problem. At least you give me a plywood, at least a mattress, at least a towel to take a shower. You haven't showered for 2 days now. You've been beating us up. 2 days consecutively, you've been beating us up. And you say, I won't give you any food, any water, any clean water. We do not have water inside. Now we do not have anything to eat, so your body is automatically dehydrating. You are lack of nutrition now already, so they just left. And for me, my case, when it was in the afternoon, some officers came inside, prison officers came inside. I was asking CI Jocelyn to like, okay, CI, I need to go to the hospital. I think her head was really busy that there was so many people who wanted to go to the hospital that day.
Yeah.
I understood that, okay, I asked her once, maybe when she got to the other section, like she forgot, but she told another officer to like write their names down, but we didn't know what happened to those names because I never went to the hospital even on the 6th then. I was asking them, I never went to the hospital. So I never saw, we got some food in around 4:30 to 5 o'clock something. And after that, like, we didn't sleep on, there was no mattress inside. Now it's going to be the 6th to the 7th now. Like every inmate, they locked us inside. They put the mattress outside the corridor. You can see the mattress that they took out. You can see the plywoods that they took out. You cannot get access to it now.
Listen, now that's on the 6th, yeah?
That's on the 6th.
Who are the officers that are present at the prison there who is not allowing you to get mattresses and plywoods, those ones that are in the corridor?
Like, you know, the sort of pressure the army left, the impression they left on the prison officers, like even you could see there was some officers that wanted to help out. You can see that. But the impression they left on those officers that they were in charge of the prison. This is what they were saying. We are in charge. Whoever is abating or helping anyone, they will face the consequences also.
So you are telling us now that the army officers have already left?
There was still some officers in front, but the bigger group, they had left. But the impression they left behind, because even the prison officers didn't know that these guys can be coming back at 3 o'clock. These guys can be coming back at 6 o'clock again, because they came at night and they came again in the morning. The prison didn't know that when they came in, but if they had like go against, because they left that kind of impression, they left that kind of order, like whoever gives the mattress to those inmates inside will bear the consequences of it today. Like, okay, right away I knew that, okay, the prison is in the army possession now. So whatever the army is saying, nobody has a say in it now whatsoever. Because you can see the fear also from them, like, these prison officers, they are used to us. They know that, okay, this guy hasn't done anything to me. Why would I refuse this guy a mattress? Why would I refuse this guy a plywood? You know? He's going to sleep, he's going to like make the whole night. But you can see, like, at some point we ask them, they say, you know, these guys, if they come back, we will be in trouble. If the army comes back, we will be in trouble. So
who said this? Who said this?
You know, officers will be going by. We will be going by at random. So we will be asking any officers who will go by at random. You inside a section, you will going outside the corridor. So by the time you will ask them, they will say, I don't want to be in trouble. So definitely they got another.
So you confirm that prison officers said this to you, or not to anybody that was requesting a mattress?
We asked them. So they wanted to help, but you know, at one point they were told not to do it.
Okay.
You get my point. So at this point, now it's from the 6th to the 7th now. No mattress, no plywood. We'll just be sleeping inside. No water, no food, nothing. We just got a box of food like at 4:30 in the afternoon, at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Yes. We got a box of food, and we were helping out each other to like get water, yes, like clean water.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to ask a follow-up question on water and food. So on the 4th of December, did you eat?
On the 4th?
Yeah.
On the
5th
on the 5th of December, from our time of eating, from maybe 12 to the next day. I did not eat anything.
So when was your last meal on the 5th?
It was a breakfast on the 5th.
So breakfast on the
Yeah.
5th.
Yeah.
And when was your next meal after that?
My next meal was on the 6th,
6th.
like at 4:30 in the afternoon.
So
Everybody
You
was
did
starving.
not-
All the inmates inside was starving.
you did
No
not
clean
have
water, no food.
you did not have food on the 5th except breakfast.
Yeah, because they were starting
Yeah.
where we were upstairs.
Yeah, you
We
did.
could get access to some food,
Yeah.
but they already threw it out.
Okay. Just work with me a bit. So you did not have food except breakfast on the
On the
5th.
in the morning.
In the morning.
Morning, I'm saying about
Yeah.
9 to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did not have any food on the
No.
6th.
On the 6th,
Yeah.
no food. On
Then-
the 5th, we had, on the 5th, like
Yeah.
I said, I had the breakfast,
Yeah.
like in the
No,
morning.
just
On
work
the
with me a
6th.
bit. It's okay. Just follow me. We are agreeing. So I just want to make sure we have it clearly. Then, so on the 6th, no food.
No.
Then on the
Until
7th,
4:30. Until
the
4:30. On the 6th, we had a box of food from the prison, but it came at almost
4:30.
4:30. Yeah.
Okay.
This is what I was clarifying to you. Yeah. So from the 6th now to the 7th. So on the 7th morning, this is where pain really started crumbling in. So I started feeling like heavy pain in my leg, heavy pain in my head, everything. Because you've been taken 2 days of beating, like your body goes numb, but the pain will come back eventually when your body cools down. So on the 7th morning, now the prison everything is ruined now. You don't have anything anymore. So all the clothes, everything. When I say everything is ruined. So me, what I was trying to do, I was trying to get to the hospital because I know my bruises were serious. I was bleeding from my knees. I started getting infection on my knees from where they shot me. I was starting feeling pain in my ribs and everywhere. I thought I had broken something. I had broken a rib. I seek for medical attention now because on the 7th, we were to be truthful, we broke the padlocks. We couldn't sustain ourselves inside anymore. No clean water, no food, no mattress, no plywood. We break the padlocks to try to get in and seek help. Because if we have started there inside, we have stayed there for a week or so, and I don't know, they would have tolerated that. So at some point, we were frustrated. You know how starvation is. We were starving, no clean water, no clothes, haven't bathed for 2 days, 3 days. Now I was thinking for not only me, there was a lot of inmates also seeking for medical attention. But there was those ones who got the front section, they got medical attention, but we were at the back section, so it took a while for them to come there. So when we got out, we find a way. I find a way through to talk to someone, to officers, to seek medical attention, to seek medical treatment, because I felt that my body was gonna crumble at some point. So this is when I left the scene and went to the hospital. Went to CT scan. What they found blood clot, my head, my legs. I had been beaten in my ribs, the rubber wounds in my arm, in my knees. You know how the doctor works. They see all the points on you that have been damaged at some point. So I was admitted to nine days at the hospital, in the Victoria Hospital. They were giving me medicine. I couldn't eat for almost 5 days. I couldn't put anything in my mouth. So I was on drip for 5 days because I had been beaten in my ribs. I could not swallow anything. Everywhere in my chest, they had beaten me with the gun butts in my chest. I could not swallow anything. I could live only on water and only in drip.
Just to clarify, do we have the medical report?
That's what I was going to ask.
Do we have it? And you gave us the consent to obtain it.
Yes.
Right.
I did send
Okay.
the content.
Thank you.
To get the,
Okay. Thank you.
so
Before you continue, yeah, on the, I would say, the possibility of the doctor, of the prison doctor, to come and visit the inmates at the prison
At the prison.
would be probably on the 6th, no? Maybe because
It should have been on the 6th, like with officers inside checking.
Yeah.
Like at this
so
point.
you left for Victoria Hospital on the 7th.
On the 7th, on Saturday the 7th.
So from the 6th in the morning until the 7th that you left prison premises, did you see the doctor, the prison doctor at the prison?
I had to get consultation from him and his approval to be released from here and explain to him the kind of pain that I'm feeling on that specific day for me to get that approval to go to the Victoria Hospital. Like, he wouldn't refuse for me to go and get a CT scan or get an X-ray just to check out because he knows the issue. But like you say, like all these inmates cannot go to one small space to see the doctor. But at this point, I think he could have come inside with an officer checking if there's any specific cases that's a bit dangerous, that, you know, blood clot inside people's hair, that checking at this point, you know.
So, but there was nobody who came in, a medical person who came in to do a triage as to who would need urgent medical attention.
They were doing it they started doing it on the 6th, but not everybody got that privilege of going to the doctor. Like, there was some of us who got to the doctor like on the 2nd day, on the 3rd day, on the 4th day, following on weeks ongoing. Like, there was people who like break their arm and they went to the doctor like 1 week after they knew that their arm was broken. They went to the X-ray knowing that their arm was broken. So yeah, for me at this point, I was admitted, but I needed to go to the doctor first. Then I was admitted to the hospital, treating my injury, treating my blood clots in my legs, everywhere, on my back. And I still have, I have evidence of this. I have photos that was taken from the hospital of all these injuries and everything. I can provide you with this from.
Okay, then just quick other question. When you were in hospital, you said how many days did you spend there?
I spent like 9 days at the hospital.
Days.
Yeah.
Did any prison person from the management come to visit you?
Yes, we got visit. We got visit from the prison. Like, there was a group of prison. I don't know if they call themselves the management back then, but there was a group of prison officers, mostly some ladies amongst them, and the welfare also came. They came to visit us. It was on a day, but I don't really remember the day itself.
Yeah, it was the welfare.
The welfare and some prison officers also. I don't know if it's a committee that they created amongst themselves, but they came to visit us. Yes.
Do you remember the names of those people?
I remember the faces, not all the names. I remember the faces, not all the names. Yeah. But I remember Mena from welfare. Yeah, I remember Mena from welfare came. I remember Jerry BB came. I remember, Jerry BB from welfare also, he came.
That's another welfare officer.
Another welfare officer. But the other officers, I don't remember. I don't really know their names by heart, you know. But I know their faces. Like, if they were all here, I would remember. Like, okay, this one was there. Yeah, on that day.
You can continue.
Okay. So yeah, we're talking about my treatment now. Okay. This is the last part. This is the last part. They treated me at the hospital, taking out the blood clot, giving me like medicine to take out the blood clot in drips and everything. And I was released back to work here after 9 days. But after I came back, the atmosphere had changed a bit. You could see the fear in inmates themselves. You could see the place was still a mess. It smelled like rotten blood, rotten dump. You know, you could see maggots everywhere. Maggots was like, there was a whole population outside the kitchen just full of maggots, crumbling, growing everywhere around. And you see that this is a place that has been through so many, like a week, 2 weeks ago, and the atmosphere was still the same. Even if they had cleaned the corridors and everything, but the smell, it stained the prison. It stained the prison for like almost 2 months, 3 months, ongoing. Like you're going down the stairs, you could smell the smell of, rotten blood. You could still smell it because it was in all the joints. The water that had come from the top floor, it had flooded the lower floors, the ground floor and everything in the corners. So all that smell stayed inside with us at some point.
Did you, when you came back, did you notice if there was any proper disinfecting mechanism or a company that came in to disinfect the prison setting?
Since the riot, it's now that the prison was just clean. Like when this new commissioner came, this is when the prison was clean. Like I told you, we were bearing with the smell inside, the smell of blood stains. It's mixed with water. It's mixed with all these kind of microbes. You don't know what I don't even know what kind of microbes, but it is inside. But all these smells, like you can still feel it for 3 months, 4 months ongoing. Like inmates amongst themselves sometimes try to put some disinfectant. There was no companies.
But did you at any time or any other inmates, did you try to approach the officers to ask them to please do something for?
This is something that I've been asking for a lot of years. Even there was no riot. This is something that all inmates, we are asking for a lot of years. Like, you can even give us a pressure washer. We'll do it ourselves inside. Like, we wouldn't wait, like, every time we ask for something, like, you will wait for another month, another 2 months. After that, you forget about it. You just be living there, like, prioritizing your own space, where you're sleeping, where you live.
So how would you describe the state of the prison or the cleanliness of the prison even before this incident happened?
Even before this incident, the prison has never been cleaned, never been painted, never been cleaned. Rusty inside, all the metal bars was rusty inside. You could feel when it's like the northwest monsoon, you could feel the smell, the humidity and everything, the smell of fungus. I even went to the specialist for fungal infection. Not only me, a lot of inmates. So the prison has never been clean.
Did you bring this?
This
did you bring it to the attention of the?
It has always been brought to the attention of our high authorities. They've never done anything about it. They just like, even the former commissioner of prison, like, let them be in their dump down there. Like, no initiative to paint. Like, we can paint. Like, there's loads of us down there. If you could have give us paintbrush and everything, with supervised officer around, we could have paint the prison. But it's just now that this new commissioner came that all this is happening. The prison is being cleaned, pressure washed. But before that, I don't know for how many years, they did not do that. Because the prison has I've never seen it.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. I think everyone is sorted here. I just have one question about the state of mental wellness for the inmates who experience this.
My state of
maybe let's start with you.
Like for me myself, on starting when the incident occurred, after when I went to the hospital, there was a small incident at the hospital. I think an electrical problem with another bed. Like when the bed blew up, I was traumatized for another 3 days, because you can still hear shotguns in your head, grenades in your head, the beatings and everything. So I was traumatized for another 2-3 days. I was traumatized, but after we get visit from our families. We cheer each other. We were on the same ward. We cheer each other. We tried laughing, like we tried making jokes, just to like not to forget the incident, but to like help the mind to come at ease at some point.
Yeah.
But after coming back from the hospital, like for a whole year, you will hear a gate bang, you'll still be afraid. What's going on? I've never gotten a proper sleep for a whole year and a half until like 4 months ago. I've never gotten a proper sleep because of this incident. Because you never knew that.
What happened
whenever
4 months ago?
No, like 4 months ago, the prison, it changed, the atmosphere changed.
Okay.
You can feel it, the atmosphere changed, not because of cigarette or whatsoever, but the way these people are binding with inmates, the way these people are bonding with inmates, the way the higher authorities are bonding with inmates. Because you cannot be someone here not letting officers amongst inmates, we are here every day.
Now, I want to ask you about what you observe amongst your other colleagues, the other inmates. Are they coping mentally?
Mentally, I cannot say, because us amongst each other, we always hold each other, like in thoughts, in everything. So I cannot say what's going on inside somebody's head, inside somebody's head. But we always talk about it. This is how we put things at ease, you know. But morally, you see that there is still some people that this event we will never forget in our life. That there was a war zone. A lot of us was beaten innocently. A lot of us who surrendered, like in front of everybody, even if they surrendered, they got shot in their legs, almost losing their legs. They got beaten up. They got shot at in their chest, in wherever they could do it. Like they came with a plan, they came for something, I don't know what, but they achieved what they came for on that day, literally.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Mr. Louis, for your testimony, which we must admit was very detailed, and I think very helpful for us to get a picture of your vision. We still have a long way to go. We still have to hear from the other witnesses, including others who have been implicated in the testimonies. But we are grateful for your courage to recount these events. They are difficult for us to listen to, but we can imagine that it's more difficult for you to open up and sort of revisit that
and amongst
that
us, amongst us inmates also, we are very happy that this commission was set up to get justice for whoever is injured till today, whoever has been traumatized till today. We are very happy about this because we know at some point, back in the days, those kind of things were never put in the picture. Like it will just go under the table at some point. But at this point, us as inmates, we are very happy that this whole process is going on.
No, thank you for that. We are, I think, dealing with this impartially, with the intention to establish the truth, with the intention to ensure that there is justice, fairness. So we don't favor anyone. We are not on the side of anyone. We are on the side of the truth. That's the number one objective that we have. So thank you very much for your testimony. I just want, just like we have been also reassuring other witnesses that have been appearing before us, that it is we just want to remind you that you have the freedom not to be victimized as retribution for your testimony today or for your cooperation with the commission. If anyone victimizes you directly or indirectly, if anyone victimizes your family or your friends, anyone outside, because of your testimony here, please.
Like I said before, I wanted to come live to unmask whatever massacre went on that day, and I don't believe that at this point nobody can harm me in any way.
That is good.
That
That is
even
good.
my family, even whatsoever, because whatever will be unmasked, at one point it will be unmasked, no matter what. So, victimization, no victimization, bringing in justice, like you say, you bring in the truth, you want the truth to be heard. This is the truth from us inmates. So, this is all for justice. So,
Yes. So let me finish by saying it is a criminal offense to victimize you for this, and we urge anyone who has been implicated, anyone who has been aggrieved by testimony here, to refrain from threatening, intimidating, or taking any action against the witnesses, because that is a criminal offense that certainly will create trouble for that person. So should that happen to you, you
can report to the
you
commission
report to
about
the
it.
commission, but we have also an arrangement with the Commissioner of Prisons, and he has undertaken to ensure that whenever there is any victimization, he receives the complaints and he will forward them to us so that we can take action. But he will also do everything within his power to protect you, to protect other witnesses, and the family as well.
No problem.
Okay. Just to hold on. Yeah, I've mentioned this. I've mentioned this, that the families are also protected. They also benefit from the same protection. Tomorrow live from 9 a.m. Okay. Okay. So I think before you go, this is the last hearing for the day, and the last hearing in public for the day. Tomorrow we start live broadcast, or we start hearings that are broadcasted live at 9 a.m. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you very much, and thank you to the media, thank you to the officers, and thank you very much to the commissioners, the secretary, the interpreters, and everyone who has worked very hard to get us to this point today.
Thank you.